Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
What's the biggest lie you've ever been told? I'll go first. That Hinge is the dating app designed to be deleted. That is false marketing. Hinge is working overtime to make sure you never delete that app. Their tagline should be Hinge designed to disappoint. So just do yourself a favor and don't even get on it.
Didn't plan to go on any dating app for that matter, but it's still good to know. Now, I'm not sure if that's false advertising or a lie, even, because women, at least the women on TikTok, they delete Hinge all the time. Of course, they re download it and then delete it again and then re download it, but they still delete that dating app at least once. As for that being the biggest lie, not even close.
50% of people are now meeting their partner on dating apps, according to research by Stanford University. A study from Stanford University found in 2022 that 50.5% of all new couples met online. That's up from just under 40% in 2017 and only 22% in 2009. Meanwhile, a 2023 Pew Research Center poll found that 3 in 10 US adults of all ages have spent time on dating apps or websites. When I was looking into the research at Stanford, I also found this really interesting graph that shows how couples meet nowadays. And it's a little bit older, it's from 2021. But look at the red, that is people meeting online. Look how steep the spike is. And this blue line, that's people meeting through friends. That's taken a massive curve downwards in recent years. I've never had any luck meeting someone through a friend. Interestingly, this purple line is one of the only others that's seen a little bit of a spike. And I think that is people meeting in bars and restaurants. Then as you can see, meeting through family, that black line has taken a massive curve downwards. Meeting in primary school and secondary school has also taken a dive, as has meeting through neighbours and meeting in church. So what do you reckon? Do you think it's true that over 50% of people are meeting their partners online now? And why are we just not meeting anyone in real life anymore?
Because a lot of people don't even care anymore, and the ones who do don't have the social skills to go out and meet someone in real life. And the more time we spend online, the more we're gonna lack the social skills to even have a normal human interaction. But going back to the biggest lie, this is obviously not the biggest lie ever, but it's still bigger than the one from before. You're talking about a study in 2017 when dating apps were maybe trending, and you could have looked at more recent studies, but you went with that lie. In 2023, according to the Pew Research Center, only about 10% of people in committed relationships or marriages met their partner on a dating site or app. That's quite a jump from 10% to 50%, but what the hell do I know?
I downloaded Hinge last night, okay? Not for my own use. What makes you think I'd need any help? The fact I've been single for 4 years. No, I was doing a bit of detective, kind of like James Bond work. I'd do anything for my girls, and my friend wanted to see if her, potential fling was on there. Didn't find him. Could also mean that he's not put tall, skinny, lanky blondes down as his type. Because that's how you can, basically, if you're not finding them, it could mean that they've not put you down as their type, which is humbling. But it's not my man to worry about. So I thought while I was there, let me check out the market. What is the market of men saying lately? Because I've not really been out there. The minute I put my profile up, likes, roses were rolling in at like 100 roses a second. And I thought... and I was getting like comments saying like, oh, be my wife. And I thought, you know what? This is actually uncomfortable. Men are so easy. You've seen a few pictures and you're immediately weak and foaming at the mouth. So I thought, you know what, let me put a few wacky prompts up. So you know the prompts that are like, the first round is on me if, and you come up with like a wacky answer. I put, first round is on me if I grow a beard overnight, because I'm not going to do that. And the first round is never on me. I just put a few silly things up, just harmless fun. And then I put that poem up, which you would have seen on the last post. The likes stopped. So I've come to the conclusion that men just don't like women with substance. Because I don't know what else it could be.
Well, it could be that, of course, or it could be that they don't like women who can't grow a beard. Whichever one makes you feel better.
A big reason why there's so many single men right now is specifically because women have the opportunity to make their own money, support themselves financially. Women don't have to compete with other women so much so in real life to get a man for their own survival. However, I think women are faced with this whole new level of this competition. Instead of competing with the girl next door for whatever husband you can nab to keep you alive, now women have to compete with men who have porn addictions and who follow all these thirst trap IG models and who doom scroll on that. Men who feel entitled because they have access to these women that are on this global scale that they can DM if they want to, regardless of whether or not they get a response. I think the rise in porn addictions, the birth of social media, of the IG models, of all that, I think it has a direct link right now to the amount of men that are single, to the birth rate, to how women are choosing to date or to not date in general, which men are being chosen. The tables have turned. It used to be which woman is going to be chosen. And now I think it's totally turned. And women are faced with this whole new reality. If men didn't have such easy access to porn and to all these IG models, they would be going out in real life talking to actual live women. They would put in the numbers of approaching women and getting rejected. They'd have more relationships that they could actually learn from.
Always a bucket of sunshine, this one. If you'll star in a horror movie, you'll still be on the couch yelling, "Don't go into the basement, she's in the basement." But enough with the compliments. Men are single because women are competing for men now? I mean, sure, why not? I have so many options to go for and I'm still single. Nah, princess, in reality, a lot of men would rather be single because they can't be next to someone like you for more than 5 minutes.
The reason why so many men used to want to do so much more for women and today they've just become complacent and they don't want to do it anymore and they just complain about women is because women used to be more worth it. Women used to actually be women who took care of their man, who were happy, who were gentle, who were soft, who were caring, and who wanted the best for their man. Nowadays, they fight men all the time. So men naturally don't want to do things for them anymore. And then they complain about women. So if we want men to be the way they used to be, then women need to change and become how they used to be as well.
There used to be an incentive for men to be good men. They used to work hard, sometimes in horrible conditions, and didn't even matter because at the end of the day they used to go home at their loving families. There is no incentive for men today to be good men, at least not when every woman on social media claims she wants a bad boy.
I think that deep-seated patriarchal insecurity has a lot of women in fear of accidentally overestimating themselves, in fear of...
I really don't give a...
This is Arya. So this is our flagship humanoid AI-powered robot. She's highly realistic. She has her own social media, so she might be competing with you one day. What makes her really special is that you can talk to her and ask questions. So maybe we can have her introduce herself and say something.
Hello. I'm Arya, the flagship female companion robot of Realbotics.
What's the purpose of this?
Some of our peers in the robotic space make robots to replace human labor. We think that's a great area, but we think there's a much bigger area in having social robots. So for example, at a convention like this, we can draw a crowd very easily. Arya's been a little bit of a rock star here, with people taking pictures and coming over. So she can promote your brand. The AI is all customizable, so she can learn all about you and your brand, and she can continue to communicate to people. There's a huge epidemic amongst adolescents and seniors on loneliness. So she can be programmed to know you and learn more about you. So she can make that bond with you that feels like a genuine human connection.
They're going to be in the houses?
We don't have the ability to clean the house. They don't do physical labor, but they're more there to converse with you. It's companionship. They can actually even be a boyfriend or a girlfriend. So we have built that into our AI as well.
Okay, so the robot must have listened to the "I don't cook, I don't clean." No, but seriously, there's a good and a bad news. The good news is that the goddamn thing cost $150,000. The bad news is in time they're gonna get a lot cheaper and men will still be able to buy them used. And what we are in fact looking at is the extinction of the human species.
Has anyone else been single for a few years and you would like to meet someone, but the idea of this person just taking up your space, your time and your energy just feels really weird now? You know what I mean? I've been alone for so long. I'm just so used to my own company. I love being alone. So you have to take a really special person to change that.
But at least you love being alone, so you have that going for you already. Why would any man want to be the special one when you consider him to take your time, space and energy? They don't need to do that because they have their own energy, and when they run out, they go to sleep.
I want you to know that if you don't like the behavior of certain people or how certain people are showing up in your life, you can change that without even having a conversation with them. I've been testing this, okay? I've been really testing it to make sure that this is real. And I've done this with 4 people in the past few weeks. And all 4 people who were, let's say, difficult in my past or in the old timeline, have shown up completely differently. Completely differently, okay? So instead of going into your 3D and just arguing with your 3D and trying to change your 3D by telling people that they need to be different, blah, 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 you're going to go back into your creative power in your 4D and your imagination, and you are going to change timelines to the version of them that you prefer. The first thing, however, is you have to check yourself and understand that if you want someone to show up differently, you have to stop the complaints. You have to stop seeing them as the version of the person that is pissing you off or is treating you poorly or is unpleasant.
So just go into your imagination, and when you come back to the real world, treat people right, be nice, and treat people with respect. What a big shock. If you're nice to people, they'll be nice to you.
You know, what gets me about the modern day situation between men and women is I don't think men understand how many of us were ready to settle. Let me repeat that. I don't think men understand how many of us were ready to settle due to growing up and idealizing love. Like, I would have settled for one good experience with a man.
You couldn't even get one? Well, saying things like that makes me want to settle. But trying to be serious for a second, I don't think you understand how many men are not willing to settle. Why in the world would they do that? Just because you are?
Trauma. You're not for real.
Alright, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.